Hello everybody. Yes, it is currently December, and December means only one thing for us.
Christmas markets!
Yes, every year we've been living here, we've tried to go to one of Ireland's Christmas markets, and this time we got to go to a Christmas market that we've been wanting to go to for quite a while.
To Belfast.
Yeah, Belfast. This is our second time going there for the year. Don't worry, there's a video of the first time. You'll see that, I promise.
That and many other adventures we have yet to actually edit.
Yeah, it's there. But right now we're talking about the Christmas market. So yesterday, we were able to entice a couple of our friends to join us on the adventure going out to Belfast. Yeah, only thing, I think that everyone else had the idea because the trains were sold out, man.
I feel like we've been living a lie. Everyone keeps talking about Galway Christmas Market, which we've also been to in one of our previous videos. No one ever talks about Belfast Christmas markets. So why are all the trains sold out? Is this a secret we were not let on?
Yeah, we were able to get out there by a car. Not too long. See, benefit of living on the north side. Yay!
So since we hardly ever travel by car, well, never unless it's friends taking us, there's one thing we definitely learned, because if you go by train, you just hop off the train, you're there, you don't have to think about anything else. If you're travelling by car, you run into the question of where you're going to park the car. And that's how we learned that you can actually reserve entry into the shopping centre car parking garage. And let me tell you, that is necessary. I've never seen so many cars queuing just trying to get into a car park.
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, there's a lot of people trying to get to these things. I think that we visited a lot more of the Christmas markets kind of during lockdown time, so we probably didn't get a full taste of just how many people may have been in attendance. But this Christmas market, yeah, that was full. It was a wonderfully Irish, grey, rainy and very windy day, but that did not deter the crowds.
Yes, there was a yellow warning for wind, a yellow warning for rain. So we thought, oh, we'll just put on the rain gear and everything we have that we always go on about on this channel, and we'll be the only ones. Like, no. It was still busy. The shopping centre was crazy busy, the streets were super busy, and even the Christmas market. People did not care about the rain, even if they weren't prepared for it.
So, speaking of the actual Christmas markets, it actually is in Belfast, not on the outskirts, right there by the City Hall. Actually a really good location for it too. Christmas markets, I really like the idea, just like in Vienna, right in front of the City Hall. Maybe that's why I like it so much too as well. You know, good thinking there.
Also, what I love is that it's an actually big enough space, so you don't feel too crowded, even though there are a lot of people. And they thought of putting in the little spaces where if you buy some food or some drinks, you can actually stop and consume them. With other Christmas markets, not to rant on Dublin Castle Christmas Market, which is much better than the last time I went. But it's like, if you don't have enough space, it's just always going to feel really crowded and there isn't anywhere comfortable to actually eat all the good foods that are there to explore.
Speaking of foods and what does Christmas market had to offer, it's a pretty decently big sized Christmas market. They've got a lot of stalls stuck in there, lots of food stalls, because let's face it, the reason you go to Christmas market isn't really to, you know, shop and see stuff. That's part of it, but it's mostly for the food and the drink. And yeah, just like the friend I was there, we were like, we have to make choices. We can't eat or drink anything. That's the, you know, for me, the sign of a good Christmas market.
Yeah, if you're having a hard time to choose, we did one loop just to scout out all the food options, because it's like so many dessert options if we ate all of them. Just the one we already picked gave us a sugar rush.
Yes, and what was that dessert?
It was, so we've had a chimney cake before in Galway Christmas Market, delicious. It never occurred to me that people fill it, as in fill it so much with, it's stuffed with layers of different things. It's basically layers of dessert in a dessert.
Yes, and for these layers, pretty much in this case we just had like an ice cream on top, kind of Scott biscuit or what do you call it?
I had brownie on mine.
Yeah, and then you're just there in this wonderful cinnamon kind of cone dough, and then you're just eating it, and boom, the main thing right there after the ice cream is there. For me, that was a kind of a mince pie filling. You had fudge.
I had fudge, so there were literally little pieces of fudge.
Yeah, and then we kept going and going and eating this thing, thinking we're there at the end, and boom, marshmallow at the end. Yeah, it was delicious. Recommended to go there. Look for the stall. It should have a bigger crowd around it, but yeah, that's both a good and a bad thing. Yeah, I think I'm ready
Yeah.
for that to become popular.
Yeah.
Forget the waffle stand.
I think that
Sorry,
would be
waffles.
that would be my piece of advice if you're going to Belfast Christmas Market or any of the other Christmas markets here. Everyone keeps queuing for the crepes, and like they're nice, but they're at any outdoor festival. You can have them any time of year. Look for the chimney cakes because we've only ever seen them at Christmas markets here, and like if you're comfortable, go and try something you haven't tried before. It's like that's part of the fun for the Christmas markets.
Yeah, and there's also drinks as well. Now, you know, Austrian Christmas markets, you're there for your punch. In this,
Many rounds of it.
yeah, in this case we had, there was punch there, yeah, overpriced as usual, because, you know, punch every year is getting more expensive. I feel we can track inflation with, with the price of punch. It actually wasn't the main event here. Hot chocolates, and this is a thing I can get on board with. Of course, we're in Ireland, so, but such beautiful use of Baileys. I can get Baileys in almost everything. Lots of different hot chocolates and any sort of variety. Was there any drink that, you know, stood out for you?
There is hot apple cider, which isn't something you'd usually find in Austrian Christmas markets, and it's quite interesting because it's simpler flavors but very strong flavors. So if you like apple, definitely try that one.
Now the great thing about this Christmas market is that it's got an actual cool walking path. One thing I like is it's kind of like a big loop and little hidden paths. Not huge paths, but they're all the stalls just tightly put together, and then they all have their lighting and stuff. We were lucky enough that we were there long enough to see it turn from day to night, and then we could actually see, wow, there is actually a lot of lighting and stuff. It gave you this kind of warm feeling, even though it was cold and rainy.
Yeah, and it kind of gets continued throughout the city. So since we parked under the big Victoria shopping centre, we were just guided back by lit trees and all the decorations lit up in the shopping centre back to the car park, which was nice. So the atmosphere kind of continues around the Christmas market.
If the sun's gonna set really early, like in Ireland, might as well make use of it with these lights on. Yeah, definitely appreciate that.
Surprisingly, we did also get a lot of Christmas shopping done. So any friends and family, just skip towards the end of the video because you don't want to be spoiled what we'll be getting for Christmas. But there were some really nice stalls with just very different art. Like one thing I really loved about this Christmas market is it had a lot of more international arts. Like that's my one complaint with Austrian Christmas markets in comparison is that it tends to be very traditional kind of things. And with this Christmas market, it's like we got some nice smelling soaps from France. We got some really amazing art pieces from Zimbabwe, and we also got a Viking drinking horn, which is not something I thought you'd be able to buy, but Belfast Christmas market delivered.
Naturally, for those people who want some food that's not a dessert, yeah, there's food there too. I know we like desserts, so that's why we keep talking about them. I think our friend was really interested in the various types of burgers and sausages and meat, so that wasn't like woo big thing for me.
It's not a really big part of Austrian Christmas markets, but I know from German Christmas markets the whole sausage thing, just in bread, is a big deal. No judgment here from the Austrian. But if you're looking for that experience, there's all kinds of different sausages.
Yeah, and that's a great thing. There was not just one stall that does it. There were two. And that's what I mean by the options. You can have in different styles and so on. Another stall might be doing something that the other one isn't. And that's the kind of variety we're really like. You know, even though I said, hey, try the chimneys versus the waffles. There were a couple different waffle stands in different, you know.
There were also Belgian waffles, there were Dutch waffles. Like, you literally have to eat your way through almost the continent. Italian desserts. We're back on the desserts. We're just waiting to test the desserts.
Yeah, there was fudge too. A lot of fudge, like rows of fudge of all sorts of flavors. I've never thought that fudge would be in. The thing is that this was barely just a day trip. We got up early, landed in Belfast. Not landed, or drove in Belfast. See how usually I am to flying on a plane. Anyways, yeah. So we just did that. You know, had to be back home in time for dinner. So it is worth it for just going up there for 3-4 hours. That was plenty. We went in the shopping mall, and even if you're not just going to the Christmas market itself, this is our piece of advice. Christmas market's great, but places that also the area around has the ambience. We spent, almost half as much time in the actual mall as well. Wonderfully decorated, just giving you that Christmas vibe. Yeah, highly recommend.
And you're right there in the city centre, so we happened to have the lunch at the mall, but there's also lots of other restaurants, and it really opened our eyes to how close Belfast is. Like, it's kind of weird that it's actually one of the closest cities for us where we live to go and visit, just to go to another country, and it'll definitely open up our minds to the other options that we have in our grasp within just a day trip's reach.
So our final say on Belfast Christmas Market, hey, go for it. This is fun. Would like to keep going back to it every year. That was every year. Yeah, I mean, but if
Commitment.
I just
I
realized.
still want some Austrian Christmas markets too.
Yeah, ideally I'd let December off and just hop to different countries with Christmas markets until I get sick of them.
Yes.
But alas.
And then you need to roll on the plane after all the desserts and come back.
But yes, probably not every year, but definitely let it be part of your itinerary the next time you decide, hey, I need to go to a Christmas market here in Ireland.
So if you like this video and you'd like to see some other adventures we've been getting up to in Ireland, make sure to subscribe and keep an eye out with the notification bell for our next videos. We will upload them eventually, we promise. They're there.
Yes, they're there, they're coming. It's that 2024, we're back!